Hey everybody, this is Gary, the RV Mod Man, and today we're going to be doing a modification with our Lippert Kingpin. As you are all aware, that all of the Lippert Kingpins that have a shock require air, and the max air is about 120 pounds. So as most of you know, it's very hard to maintain your air in your Lippert Kingpin when you're out traveling. There's times where you need to refill additional air because maybe you have a slow leak, or it wasn't set right, the pressure wasn't set right when you took off. And so when you're stopping to either get gas or try to adjust, you can't use the air valve pressure at like a Love's or a Road Ranger or what have you, because their air gauges are way too long. You just can't use that. You can't. It's just impossible. So this mod is going to allow you to use whatever air pressure mechanism that's there at a truck stop or what have you, and as well be able to monitor your air. So the parts that we'll have today are, we have this 160-pound air pressure, liquid filled and stainless steel, which allow for long-term weather. We have a 90-degree, we have a T, we have a 1.5 inch nipple, we have a 1/4 inch to an 1/8, which will receive the pressure gauge. We also have a couple 3/4 inch nipples and a coupler. And I just kind of wanted to give you what that measurement was there. And then we have original part, which we'll use at the very end. So these parts today will allow us to be able to air our Kingpin at any sort of truck stop, as well as if you already have the mechanism to pressurize your Kingpin. It allows you to monitor the pressure without having an external hand pocket pressure gauge. And you can watch it from your truck as well, depending on how you choose to mount it. I think what I'm going to do is mount mine so that I can see it on the end, because I'll be able to reach around and put the pressure. So as I'm walking by the truck, I can look over real easily and kind of see what the pressure is. Sometimes the way that we pull and sometimes the way that our hitches are different types of hitches, it kind of plays with the shock. So sometimes when we're stopped, sometimes when we're slowing down or what have you, it may appear that line, that your air is right at the line where it needs to be. So you just kind of have to gauge that and find your comfort zone and find out where does that line meet when you're hauling and whatnot on that Kingpin. So we'll get back to mounting this up and we'll be right back. So like I said before, this is a demonstration of trying to get airline attached. You can't. It's impossible, the location. And I have a long arm even. And so I can't even get on there. And so this is a truck stop airline gauge. This is what you'll find on a truck stop. Impossible. So as you can see, I dry fighted this real quick just to see what it will look like. As you can see that these short nipples, they're gonna come all to the thread here. So this is gonna come down about a good inch. And so my overall bin is gonna come down to about right here, which this is gonna give me plenty of room to put each piece on at a time, because I can't obviously put everything together and twist this on because the clearance, but I'll be able to put this nipple on, this coupler on, this nipple on, and then the 45, and then this nipple on, and the T, and so on, easily. And I like how I got this position because I can reach over the bed and air if I need to. But the nice thing is that when I'm out and about, I can quickly look and see what my air gauge is. And so really I can finish this however I want. I can angle it, I can make it look straight. It's all on what you guys want to do. This right here, I can come straight down, but what I'm afraid is if I go straight down, it may be limited coming in here. So what I'm going to want to do is I think I'm going to angle this up just a little bit. And so I know I clear this. So I'm sorry for the video, but clear this as an angle, just a tad. So I think this is gonna do exactly what I'm gonna need, but I'll be back. I'll have all this wrapped up. As you can see, I've built out so far the 2 nipples, one in here, the coupler, the nipple. It's just as I suspect, everything went in just fine. And then I have the 90 degree. So everything lined up going straight out. Next will be the 1.5 inch nipple. And we'll come back. Okay, as you can see, I added the T on, and then added the original part from Lippert, the air valve. And I'm really liking how clean this looks. And this is only maybe 1.5 inches off, and it only extends out so far, maybe 2.5 inches. Really liking it a lot. And I can adjust this angle anytime I want, really. I've got everything down to the last thread, so I give myself just a little room for adjustments if I need it. Now to put on the valve pressure gauge. We got everything in, got it on, got the gauge on, everything nice and tight. And my main objective is the tractor, the semi-tractor valve stem fits just on there just fine. So this is good. So the question is, let's see if we can put the pressure on it, see what it does. I'm about right at 100 pounds traveling. Go 90. I like to do a test and see if I'm right on with my gauge. So let me go get my air gauge and see if that works. Okay, so let air out, just kind of go up, go down, you know, just see if it holds air just fine, that type of thing. And so I am going to do a pressure test and see if it matches up right at 80. And as you can see, I am right at 80. So as you can see, we have it all wrapped up, put together. So I did do a little test, see if it'll hold air for a few minutes. I didn't do the whole soap and water thing because I want to see if it holds. You know, just like we do in construction, we fill lines up and we let it sit for, you know, 6-8 hours to make sure it holds pressure, even a whole day, even up to a week. So I'm going to take it up to 100 pounds. That's where I travel. And I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to let it sit for a good day and see if it holds pressure. Let's do it. So I'm going to hold it there at 100 pounds. And it backed off just a tad. So I think I'm just going to leave it right there. Let's revisit this tomorrow and see how everything goes. I hope you guys find this useful and hope it works for you. Thank you. So let's do a recap. The 2 half-inch nipples, we have the coupler, we have the 90 degree, we have a 1.5 inch nipple, we have a T, we have a reducer from 1/4 to 3/8, we have the pressure line gauge reader. By the way, it's been at 100 pounds for about 15-20 minutes now. And then we have the original part from Lippert that was out of here. I did a reading at 80 pounds. It held at 80 pounds on my tire gauge, as well as at 80 pounds on the pressure gauge. I took it up to 100. That's where I travel at. And I can see that it's holding, which I'm very happy with. It tells me right now that I don't have any air leaks, but we'll see in 24 hours. But it's very clean, nothing gaudy, and it works. I can see it, I can walk up to it, I can see where I'm at. I don't have to second guess where my lines are here, how many pounds I've got. Don't have to go pull something out, jump up on the tailgate or what have you and read a pressure gauge. So far, I think this is a success for me and I'm gonna be very happy with it. I hope you venture to do the same and let me know. I'll have a list of all the parts in the YouTube video, and so you can easily order what you need and feel free to adjust. Make it work for what you want. This is the RV Mod Man out.